Thursday, June 13th, and I have made a separation between my alarm and my bed because I had to use another fucking hour of PPTO again last night because I rolled over in bed, turned the fucking alarm off, rolled over again, and went back to fucking sleep. Because my alarm was sitting right about here, where my, Kleenexes are, But those, I needed those to stay close to the bed, because you never know when you're going to, in the middle of the night spontaneously need to blow your nose or masturbate. So those have to stay. That was somewhere right along in here, but I'm like, I'm going to make myself like at least set up in bed or something to have to turn this shit fucking off so that I don't fucking oversleep again. Hopefully. We shall see. I don't know. But while we're here, I know you want to see my muffin top. It's blueberry. Yes. Goodness. Yeah, like, I don't want to use my PPTO in case, like, someday I actually want to, like, call in, and take the whole day off. Maybe take half a point or something, or if I'm going to continue to fucking oversleep, I'm going to need those points to, continue, if I'm going to continue to oversleep. Because we have our regular PTO, which is, paid time off, whatever, that you can put in for vacations and whatnot, and yada, yada, yada. And then PPTO is protected paid time off, which is basically if you oversleep and you come in an hour late, which, you miss an hour of the day, so that's a bonus. That's good. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, you have to use your PPTO to not get half a point. It'll keep you from getting half a point, basically, for being late. Because anything past, there's like a 10-minute grace period, and anything past, like, 10:10, because my shift starts at 10 p.m., so anything, it might even be 10:10, I don't know. Ben 10? No. So I don't know. I don't know if it has to hit 11 for that to, I don't know. So if you clock in at like 10:10, you might be safe. I don't know. Don't take my word for that. I don't know. Ay, yay. And, yes, still worn out, exhausted. Of course, I'm hoping it's almost the weekend. I can just sit around and sleep. Just sleep the whole weekend away if I have to. Oh my God, I'm probably going to. I'm probably going to have to. But there's no movies coming out this week. I thought maybe the new Quiet Place, Day 1, was coming out, but it's not until a couple weeks, I think. A couple weeks from now. Oh, I haven't made food yet. I did get laundry started. At least I did that. I had to sit down for a little bit after I got out of my shower. I just sat there and played my casino game and, kind of dozed off, sitting up. Because I didn't want to fall asleep. So I didn't lay down. I didn't get comfortable. I just sat on the edge of the bed and just played my casino game. I got some of these. Because, excuse me, and of course I'm tempted to order food, but I'm trying not to be naughty. I did buy some groceries this morning with my new credit limit on my credit card. They upped my credit $150, so I guess I'm doing something right. The funny thing is, though, they did it right after a month where I paid them late, so they had to charge me a late fee. And that late fee caused me to go over, have a negative balance. And I'm like, so after after this month, this happens, that's when you're going to up my credit limit. Okay, whatever, man. You know. See, I'm tempted to order food, but I have Mom's hamburger noodle casserole in there, and it's super good, and I need to eat some of it. And I need to answer today's question, because I feel like I've answered. Well, of course, you know. There was no Peter today at second work, so I walked to work, walked home. I probably could have asked somebody to give me a ride, but I was like, whatever. I didn't do that, so. And we were shoveling. Well, I ended up with the new guy, Michael, and he was like cleaning up a rock bed up by the community center. And it was so funny because I walked all the way around the community center. I'm like, when I see the gator, he's got to be wherever the gator is. You know, if I see the gator, I'll know he's there. So I like walked all the way around the community center, got to the back of it, and I saw like the weed eater, some of the poison that he'd been spraying, but I didn't see him. And I was like, well, where is he? And then I saw the gator going down the little road. I thought he was going back to the shop. So I walked down to the shop and he wasn't there. I'm like, where the hell did he go? But Rhett and Riley happened to be there. Because Rhett was like, well, he didn't come this way, so I don't know. Like, I saw him. You know? But the community center's up on a little hill. And then I saw him going shoo down the little road. So Riley was in the other gator, and he was driving me. Oh, we drove over to like the skate park and the aquatic center, outdoor pool, basically. And we didn't see him there, so I was like, where did he go? And then we started to go back. We were going to do a spin around the community center again. But then I just happened to look back, and I saw him. He was behind the shop, up where like they park their cars or whatever. It's like, oh, there he is. So we went over there, and he was shoveling gravel into the gator, because he was taking it up and dumping it. You know, there was weeds to be sprayed. He was weed eating some of them, pulling some of them, and then like the weeds, you know, he would spray the weeds, and then he was just covering it up with new gravel. You know, new rocks for the rock bed, whatever you want to call it, you know. So he was actually behind the shop up on the little hill. I was like, he just disappeared, man. After I walked around the whole fucking community center, and I finally found his stuff, and then from the hill I can see, there goes the gator with Michael in it. It's like, god damn it. So, that's my funny story of the day, I suppose. I could probably have more. Regular work. They ended up, I don't know if they got the coffee mod done. They were going to have us do the coffee mod, Francesca and I got to looking at it, and it was backwards. Like everything from section 1 was basically everything from, and like I looked at it, and like point for point, product for product, UPC for UPC, basically everything that was in the end section was coming to the first section. So if it was the very last thing in the aisle, it was becoming the very first thing in the aisle. You know? Like, it was just like the upside down on fucking Stranger Things. That's how I told it to Mary Lee. Because it was just like, these products were just going, whoop! So then, like, the first product, like section 1, you know, number 1 was going to be the last product at the very end. And it's like, this is fucking stupid. So I was asking about if we were going to mirror it, which is basically means just to set it backwards, because it's basically set backwards already, you know. And they were going to ask the store manager in the morning, but apparently at some point the assistant manager decided to just go ahead and get it done, or go ahead and do it. And I don't know if they got it done. Francesca and I started the tea. We got the tea done, just barely. But oh my god, there was a clusterfuck in that aisle. Because it's like Amy was working on it, Heather was working on it, Chris was working on it, Jennifer was working on it, Laura was working on it at some point. Derek might have been over there. I don't know. Michael was working on it. It's just like, Jesus. And then it's like in between this, like the Little Debbie's vendor is trying to get in there and stock his shit, and then it gets late enough, that the bread vendor is coming in and trying to stock his shit. So it's like, and then of course, at 6 o'clock, open the door, customers are coming in, and they don't give a shit. They're just walking down the aisle in the middle of everything, So it's like, all right, come on through. They pay our paychecks, That's what they would say, probably. But anyway, so I don't know that there's any funny stories from that. Because it was like, I was just kind of like laser focused on... When I was awake, I was laser focused on getting tea done. So, I'm sure we probably had some kind of fun somewhere. Since it's like, once I get tired, I get kind of goofy. I mean, I know I'm goofy just to begin with, but it's like when I get tired, it's like, well, if I have any like the bursts of energy that I get from the fuel in the tank, instead of using it like, productively, I just make stupid sounds and say stupid things. So, I guess what else? What's new? What's different? How could you tell? June 13th. What do you fantasize about? This book doesn't know me. This book doesn't know me, and it hurts. It hurts in the heart and the soul. What do I fantasize about? I don't know. I've said, like, this is a very similar answer to other answers that I've answered in the past, but it's like, I mean, I guess I have things that, like, I don't really have goals, I don't really have plans. I mean, there's stuff that it's like, oh, well, that would be neat to do, like go to Ireland or, win the lottery, never fucking work again, but these are not probable things. I mean, I guess going to Ireland could be worked out one way or another. Like traveling could be worked out. I don't have fantasies, sexual or otherwise. It's just, I don't like... I don't. So, I guess I don't have any fantasies. I don't fantasize about anything. I was trying to think if I was wrong about that. I just can't... Like I said, I mean, there's stuff that, oh, well, that'd be neat to, like, travel. Go anywhere, really. Go have a good time somewhere, just go to Vegas or, whatever. It doesn't have to be, like, Milan or, and like, it doesn't have to be, I've never been to Vegas either, so, hey, almost went, when I graduated high school. Was it when I graduated high school, or was it when I graduated college? I remember Mom gave me, it might have been when I graduated college. Mom gave me a choice. She was going to take me on a trip, to celebrate me graduating. I think it was when I graduated college, I believe. I don't think... I wasn't vlogging at the time, so I wouldn't have... And it was too early. I wasn't posting pictures to Facebook, I'm pretty sure. But she gave me a choice of... Because she was talking about going to Vegas, going out there, seeing, like, the Grand Canyon, going out there, seeing Area 51, do the neat stuff. And and then she gave me a couple different options. Vegas was one of them, and then she added Canada onto the list. And I'd never been, international before. I'd never been out of the country. Canada is barely out of the country, but, it's just far enough. It's across the border, so, not like a Borders bookstore or anything, like an actual fucking border, And it just so happened the year before, I was close to Canada and Mexico and didn't get to go to either one of them. And it's like, man, I would like to go to another country. So when she opened it up to Canada, that's what I ended up choosing. So, didn't go to Vegas. But Canada has some really pretty money. I kept some of it. It's around here somewhere. Unless it got left over at the house. Hopefully it didn't. But yeah, it's like... my brain stopped. I'm sorry. It's just, I don't know. I don't know where I was. I think I had two corresponding thoughts at the same time, and then they ended up canceling each other out. And then there was no thoughts left. So, but yeah, I have things that, oh, it'd be cool to go to Vegas. It'd be cool to, go to, Ireland. I was like, what was the other fucking thing I said? I almost said Independence, but it's like, I've been to Independence. I mean, it'd be cool to go to Independence, too, I never get a chance to really go up there. Go eat somewhere that I don't usually eat. Just take a trip to the city, Just go up to the river market, stay in the hotel with the waterfall. I guess I fantasize about going to stay in the hotel with the waterfall, but I don't, fantasize about it. It's just kind of like, oh, that'd be... Once again, it's like, yeah, that'd be cool to do someday. And that's kind of a plan. I guess that's, one... Maybe if I have a plan or a goal for anything, it's to go at least once stay in the hotel with the waterfall. Only once. And then never fucking again. Because it's not a fucking... It's a fancy fucking hotel. You pay a lot for it. And then you pay even more for extra bullshit. Did I just talk about this yesterday? You have to pay a surcharge for the internet. I think you have to pay for parking. It's at the Westin. It's connected to the Union Station up there. So I could go up by Amtrak, and go stay. There's a couple of hotels like the Hyatt Regency. They're all connected by this thing called the Link, which is kind of a walkway that goes above the street so that you don't have to... get into traffic. It's like this long, metal and glass tube. If you've ever seen the opening to the first X-Men movie, where, Professor Xavier and Magneto meet for the first time, that's kind of what it reminds me of, to be honest. But yeah, Union Station connects to, the Westin and Crown Center and Hyatt Regency and a lawyer's office, at least it used to. I was bored up there one day while Sean and Nick and them were in a Magic tournament, and I was just wandering around all day by myself. But, so yeah, I mean, if I ever, I want to go stay in the... That's what started my goal, my plan, my fantasy to go stay in the hotel with the waterfall. But I don't know, I don't fantasize about things. I don't know. Even when I was a kid or teenager, however you want to call it, I liked writing, and I wrote a book, it needs heavy revision. It's a fantasy story, but even back then I knew that my light went out. Actually, my screensaver just came on because my screen is my light. It's even back then I knew that being an author was basically a pipe dream, and it was even harder back then because we didn't have the internet. Back in my day, you had to publish a book to be famous, and then it's I feel like it's a lot easier today because you can promote yourself more, you can like sell yourself more. I'm not good at doing that. That's why my that's why my YouTube channel, no matter how many years I've had it, I can't tell you. I don't. It's time. It's math. It's numbers. I don't know. I've been doing it for a long time. I can tell you that. I've got like 1,400 subscribers, and that's it. Because it's like I don't promote myself. I don't, I just kind of put my shit out there, and if people find me, cool, happy to have you, but like I don't even really fantasize about like. I mean, I have videos on YouTube. I could potentially become a semi-famous YouTuber, or I mean, maybe you don't even have to be famous. Like, how many people are on this platform on YouTube? No one's ever heard of them before, but they're getting like they're getting they have a partnership with YouTube. They're getting like sponsorship deals, and these are people like if you don't come across them, you don't know they exist, So it's like, I mean, it can happen, I guess, but I guess you probably got to go out and promote yourself a lot more than I do. So it's like, I mean, like I don't even really fantasize about being a big YouTuber or anything like that. I mean, if it happens, once again, if it happens, cool. I ain't gonna say no to that. That YouTube bankaroony. But like, like it's probably not gonna happen. So like I don't know. Like why even think about it? I guess because it's not probable. I don't know. Maybe that's a very depressing way to look at things, but I guess that's just kind of the way that I do. I don't know. I'm a realist. I'm a realist into real estate. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But hey, whatever, man. Is it almost time to? Oh, 10 minutes. I got 10 minutes, and then I got to go switch over the laundry. So at least this kept me awake not that long, so that I don't. I hate that when I like put my stuff in the washer and then fall asleep, and it's like hours later, and then it's like I still have to go dry my shit, which takes like an hour. I hate that. It's kind of like, oh my god, it's like 6 o'clock or 6:30, and I'm like. Oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be like going to bed at this time, but it's like now I gotta go fucking switch over the laundry. The wearing my shirt in the shower yesterday ended up working out okay. The shirt was dry and I mean fairly clean, I think. As clean as it was gonna get, I suppose. But today it was not gonna work because we were outside and it's hot and we were shoveling, rock, and like that's sweaty. That was sweaty balls for sure. But it is what it is. So I'm gonna start getting this uploaded, and by that time it should be time to go switch over to the laundry. So if I fall asleep, Minxie likes to bury her face, which is ridiculous, but it's what she do. So, but yes, at least I'll get the laundry switched over. So if I fall asleep while it's drying, at least it'll be dry. All I have to do is go get it, bring it back, go to bed. So that's a much better situation than if I had fallen asleep in the last half hour. But anyway, let's get this going, and I will see you for what I say